Hello and welcome back to our video series about the Roman Empire. In the first part, we explored the rise and achievements of one of the greatest empires in human history, from its humble beginnings as a small city-state to its domination of the Mediterranean world and beyond. However, we also saw how the seeds of decline and decay were sown within the empire, as political, social, economic, and military pressures mounted over the centuries. In this second and final part of the series, we will delve deeper into the factors that contributed to the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. We will look at new evidence and examples that shed light on some of the lesser-known but important aspects of this complex and fascinating story. We will also consider the significance of the fall of Rome for the world and Europe, and how its legacy still resonates today. So, let's begin with a closer examination of the military decline of the Roman Empire. While the Roman army was once the envy of the ancient world, renowned for its discipline, training, and tactics, it became increasingly outdated, inefficient, and corrupt in the later centuries. As the empire expanded to its limits and beyond, it faced new and more formidable enemies, such as the Germanic tribes, the Huns, and the Sassanid Persians, who challenged its supremacy and exposed its vulnerabilities. At the same time, the Roman army became more divided, politicized, and unreliable, as different generals, factions, and regions competed for power and resources. This weakened the cohesion and effectiveness of the military, and made it harder for the emperors to maintain control and defend the borders. Another factor that contributed to the decline of the Roman Empire was the social and cultural decay that eroded its values, institutions, and identity. As the empire grew more diverse, multicultural, and cosmopolitan, it also became more fragmented, alienated, and disillusioned. The old Roman virtues of discipline, loyalty, and patriotism were replaced by new values of individualism, hedonism, and relativism. The old Roman institutions of the Republic, the Senate, and the law were subverted by new forms of autocracy, bureaucracy, and corruption. The old Roman identity of being Roman, with all its pride, honor, and heritage, was diluted by new identities of being Christian, barbarian, or something else. Finally, we come to the fall of Rome itself, the cataclysmic event that marked the end of the Roman Empire and the beginning of the Middle Ages. The fall of Rome was not a single event, but a complex and gradual process that unfolded over several centuries. It involved a combination of internal and external factors, such as political instability, economic troubles, military pressures, social and cultural decay, and natural disasters. It also involved a variety of actors, such as emperors, generals, barbarians, rebels, and common people, who played different roles in the unfolding drama. Ultimately, the fall of Rome was a tragic but also transformative moment in human history, as it marked the passing of one era and the birth of another. Throughout this series, we've seen how Rome grew from a small city-state into one of the greatest empires the world has ever known. We've explored the political, social, and economic systems that allowed Rome to thrive, as well as the military might that enabled it to conquer and subjugate vast territories. We've also delved into the everyday lives of people living in ancient Rome, from the wealthiest patricians to the lowliest slaves. In our final two videos, we looked at the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. We saw how political instability, economic troubles, and military decline all contributed to Rome's downfall, as well as the social and cultural decay that marked the empire's later years. And of course, we explored the dramatic events that led up to the fall of Rome itself, and the legacy that this once great civilization left behind. Now, if you've been following this series from the beginning, you've already gained a deep understanding of the history of the Roman Empire. But if you're new to this topic or want to learn even more, I encourage you to continue exploring the wealth of resources available online and in print. There are countless books, articles, documentaries, and podcasts out there that can deepen your knowledge and appreciation of this fascinating period of history. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the history of the Roman Empire. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and that it's inspired you to learn even more. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.